Good morning. Welcome to Down Home Bites with Darlene. Yes, I did choose a name. So the lucky winner today is Robin. She sent me several different entries and this one just stood out to me. So congratulations, Robin. You'll be receiving your gift card in a few days. And also, when I get my cookbook finished, you will get a free cookbook. So I hope you enjoy all this, and thank you so much for helping me with this. So today I'm going to do actually a couple of recipes. I wanted to get these done and maybe try to take the weekend off a little bit. So this is what I call a spaghetti salad. I had got this recipe from a girl I used to work with, and it is wonderful. I have taken it several different places. People ask me for the recipe all the time. And it is one of those that you can actually vary and put things in there that is more to your liking if all of this isn't. So what I'm doing today is, since there's only two of us here in this household, I'm making kind of a half of a recipe. So I used half of a 16-ounce box of spaghetti. Now you can use spaghetti or you can use the angel hair pasta, whichever one you want to do. But you go ahead and you cook it according to the directions on the box. Then when you put it in the colander and let it drain out, the water drain out, go ahead and run cold water over it and just toss it some because you want these noodles to be cold. For some reason, I just now discovered that I had been putting them in the freezer or the refrigerator, waiting on them to cool, and when you just run the cold water on it, it's instant almost. So I got myself just a big bowl, and I've already cooked the spaghetti, so we're going to put that in there. And now I'm going to put a 4.25 ounce of chopped black olives. Love black olives. So you can always use the chopped in this, but you can use the sliced too if you rather have it. And then it calls for one bell pepper. You can use green, yellow, orange, red. Today I decided to use orange because my tomatoes are red and I just want it to be pretty. So I've got those chopped up already. And then the tomatoes. I just use cherry tomatoes and I cut them in half. You can put them in there whole or cut them even smaller than the halves. It's your preference. That's what the beauty of this recipe is you can stick things in here that you love and it just comes out great. So next, it does call for a purple onion. I am not huge on raw onion. So I just actually put just a little bit in there, but you can put as much as you want. So we'll put that. And then next is cucumbers. Now, we love cucumbers, so I always put a little bit of extra with that. So now we'll go ahead and we'll just kind of stir this up just a little bit. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday and it's time for the weekend, so that makes it even better. Now, the last thing to do is Italian dressing. I use the Olive Garden brand, but I know Walmart and Aldi also has a generic brand of this. I've tried both of those and they do just fine. I just happen to have these. So this one actually is already open. So you just kind of eyeball it. I can't tell you exactly how much to put in there. I usually just put, that was probably, I don't know, maybe a cup. And then you just kind of stir it around a little bit, get everything coated really well. And then you want to, I think I'm probably going to need maybe a little bit more. So let's open this fresh bottle here. And we'll put just a tad bit more in there. And I think that actually is going to be perfect. See, you don't really even have to put salt or anything like that in it because the dressing has all the spices that you need for it. So let's see here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And another thing with this salad is the longer it sits, the better it gets. So you do want to refrigerate it when it's done. Now you can always eat it as soon as you got it ready, but it does need to stay in the refrigerator. So that is actually it for this. Again, like tonight, we are going to have, sometimes on Friday nights we go out to eat, but I don't think we are tonight. And so I wanted some wings. So we're gonna have wings and this salad, and that will probably be it, which is plenty. So you can like transfer this over to a really pretty dish, or if you know you're gonna store it, of course, you can go ahead and just put it in your storage container. Let me let you see. See how pretty it is? It's so scrumptious. So that is the end of that recipe. So the next thing I'm going to make is called a cherry cream cheese pie. That recipe has been around for years, as long as I can remember, and I'm sure at one time or another you've probably either eaten one or you've made one, but I've been craving it. So I am going to make that next. So let me get prepared for that, and I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, ready to start on recipe number 2. But before I do that, I did mean to tell you a while ago about the cucumbers. You know how you buy like cucumbers, strawberries, things like that, and they go bad within just a few days? Well, I finally learned how to make them last. You just get a mason jar, peel your cucumbers, cut them up, put them in there, seal it with the thing. You know, you don't have to use any type of can or anything like that. It's just put it in there, put it in the fridge. It will last 2 or 3 weeks. It's amazing. I do my strawberries the same way. The only thing about the strawberries though, and the cucumber, do not wash them because that will cause them to mold. But I have done peaches, cut up onions and put in there so they're just ready. Now there are some things that will not do well in it. Like I tried cutting up lettuce and put in it, it did not work. Actually the bell peppers doesn't work that well. It's kind of just a trial, you know, and error thing, but I use it continuously and it's so nice that, well, one thing is that it lasts a whole lot longer. The other thing is you just gotta reach in the refrigerator, everything's already cut up, and put it in there. So I wanted to let you know that little trick I learned. So now we're going to get started on the cherry cream cheese pie. So I've already taken 8 ounces of cream cheese and beat it with my mixer. And today I'm just using my hand mixer until it's smooth. So then the next thing you want to add is, it is a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Any brand will do. So let's put that in there. I could about eat this stuff by itself. I love it. And I use it in a lot, especially pie recipes. And I'll have a bunch of those in my cookbook too. So, got that kind of scraped down. Okay. Let me wipe my hands off here. The next thing that we're going to use is 1/3 cup of lemon juice. I just use the real lemon you buy at the grocery store, but you can use fresh lemon juice too. So let's use 1/3 cup of that. Okay. Put that over there. And then the last ingredient in the filling part is a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, as you guys know, I usually use vanilla bean paste, but it tends to make, whatever you're making, it will make it darker And so this pie is not quite as attractive if it is dark. So I use the vanilla extract, but use the pure, don't use the imitation. I mean, it will turn out okay, but you're not getting that flavor that you need. So let's go ahead and get this mixed up. So you will have to hear my mixer for just a moment. I love my stand mixer, but when it's something like this, that, you know, because there's not that much filling in this, it's only for a 9-inch pie. I just use my hand mixer. It's just much cheaper. Alright. So now, a 9-inch graham cracker crust. I just make mine from pre-made. It's just easier, but you can make your own if you want to. I've done that before when I didn't have one, but today we're taking the easy route on a lot of things today. So you just pour your filling in there. And it's not gonna be like extra thick. It will be, you know, somewhat thick, but not too much. So don't worry, it will congeal some in the refrigerator. Okay. And then we're just going to spread that out a little bit. Okay. I may have to lift the spoon later and I don't want you to watch me. So we're going to put it over here. Now, what you'll do is you can put the cover on your pie on this and then put it in the fridge for about 2 hours. While you're doing that, you take a 20-ounce can of cherry pie filling. Any brand will do. Stick this in the refrigerator at the same time you put your pie in there. Because when this pie is set up, this is what you're going to put on the top. And then the pie is done. It is so easy and so good. I love it. So I'm going to do that. I will come back when everything is chilled and done and put together. And again, I want to congratulate Robin on the title that she came up with for me, which is Down Home Bites with Darlene. I will eventually, probably in the very near future, set up my own Facebook page with for just these videos and with my company name on there. And I'll do the same in Instagram and TikTok. Now some of my recipes are not on TikTok because they have an allowed amount of time that you can have it on there, but they're always on Instagram and always on Facebook. So when I do that, I will let you know so that you can start following me and sharing and liking, hopefully loving on that page. And so if I get enough followers, then I can set myself up a page on Facebook, no, excuse me, not Facebook, YouTube, which is one of my goals. So I'll be back, guys, and we will chat a little bit more then. So have a good day, and I'll see you in just a little while. If I can get this to turn off. Hey guys, well, the pie is ready. Let me give you a little gander out of here. Isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna cut a little piece because I need to taste it, make sure it's okay. I left it in the fridge for a couple of hours. Of course, it'll go back in there, and then when it's while it's in there, it will actually firm up even more. But I really just didn't want to wait any longer, so let's get this out here. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, it could use a little bit more firming up, but it's still okay. So let's take a little bite here, make sure we're good. I need a moment. Okay. So good. Try it. So I'll put this down, try not to make a pig of myself right this very moment. Thank you guys for visiting with me today. And I hope you have a great weekend. And I will actually, well, here we go. Sometimes I'm so scatterbrained. And typically I'm not like that, but for some days, whew, it is. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend. And I will see you next time.